What is up, YouTube? That's here today. We are back playing more Pokemon Scarlet and Violet VGC 2023 Ranked Ladder. Today we're featuring a team that took me almost 2 weeks to make. I made this team painstakingly on Twitch. I have a bunch of unique Terra options, and this team's rental is up on Patreon. You guys can use it right now. The rental code, the PokePaste, as well as a small write-up are on Patreon. There's a link to it in the description. Feel free to let me know if you have any questions about how Patreon works. If you've ever even thought about looking at Patreon, I would say just check it out. If it's not for you, that's completely fine. But for the people that want to use my rental teams, that's where they all are. And I know it's been a little while since I've actually made a team that I like, but it just takes so long to make teams in these games. That's why we've been using so many rental teams from the members on Patreon. It's actually been a really cool resource that's definitely helped me make content as well. So if you want to submit teams, go to the Patreon. If you want to use my teams, go check out the Patreon. But yeah, I really like this team. This is a team that I've been working on for, like I said, about 2 weeks. I do all the EV training on stream. I make all my EV spreads on stream. I do all the raids that let me get these Mons on stream. And yeah, I like this Flying Terra Raichu with Terra Blast. We have the Lumineon that's also a ground type with Storm Drain that can work, paired with the T-Tar to be able to redirect water attacks while also not losing your Focus Sash to Sandstorm damage. And then we also have the Kilowatt, which has a Fire Terra to pin those things like Corviknight and Steel Terra Hydreigons. We're also rocking a Choice Scarf on that guy so we can enable our Lightning on Raichu or pair it with Garchomp. It's just like such a cool team. We have a Mungus for the TR matchup. We have T-Tar to just be a standard weather setter, use it to break Sashes with Sandstorm or enable our Garchomp. I really like this team. I worked really hard on it, so hopefully you guys like today's games. Hopefully I win a lot. I think this team's actually really good. It has good forms of speed control. It has Fake Outs, it has Tailwinds, Encores, Icy Winds, Thunder Waves, all the discharges your heart could ever ask for, and yeah, let's go play some games. I'm excited to get some wins with this team. Wish me luck. Here we go. Okay, we see Armarouge, Indeedee, Azumarill, Amoonguss, Bronzong, and Annihilate. That looks like big TR. Like big, hard TR. So the way that we're going to have to defeat this is by using Amoonguss. This is where I really wish I had a Dark Amoonguss, because you could bring that Amoonguss in and go for like a Terra Dark, put the Indeedee to sleep, soak that Expanding Force with your new Dark Terra typing, and then next turn, you know, depends on if their Armarouge is going to be Grass typing, you can Spore that guy too. If they are going to be Grass typing, you can then repin it with something else. But let's think about what we want to do to stop this. I mean, we could just open up Amoonguss. I mean, like, even Amoonguss Kilowatt could be seen as really good. Just see what our moves are here. We have the Discharge. I'm going to open up like these. I'm going to open up like this. I'm going to open up with the double Discharge, I think. Let me think about it. This guy should be... Is it competitive or Volt Absorb on this set? It's competitive. Ugh. I don't know how I feel about it. We're going to open up Garchomp and Kilowatt. Bring the Amoonguss and the T-Tar in the back. There's reasons to bring things like Lumineon here to be able to redirect that Azumarill, but I think we're going to be fine. Now, Kilowatt should be heavily outspeeding this Annihilate as well, so even if it is like some sort of Annihilate Final Gambit set, we should still be fine. We should be fine. I mean, I would think that I would make this Kilowatt outspeed Annihilate, but it's been a while since I made the team. So let's see. Survey says... Cool, so it's going to be an Annihilate set. We can beat this. I wonder if that's going to be Flying Terra Azumarill. I just want to see my EVs for one moment. So this is a Choice Scarf set. We have some speed. 158 is not actually enough to outspeed. Yeah, it is. It is enough to outspeed at +1. Should be. Should be. I mean, I think that's the number that you actually need is the 158 there. So yeah, we're just going to open up with the EQ. I could even double dip that EQ and go solo ground, but then I'd be taking way too much damage from Aqua Jet. I don't think I can do that. I can go for a big EQ and a big Discharge and probably be good. Let's go. See what you got. Discharge is up, so we're running faster than Annihilate, and this is going to be making it so the Annihilate, if it is a Final Gambit set, shouldn't have enough health, and we get the pair. That's amazing. That's one of the reasons why I love Discharge. The 30% chance pair is huge, but it's going to make them basically not have enough health to actually go for a big Final Gambit. Because even if they are using Final Gambit, they don't have the health to make anything out of it. Show me Final Gambit. That's what I'm talking about, yo. Garchomp eats it, easy peasy lemon squeezy. And even if I didn't get the pair and they went for that Final Gambit first, I still would have been fine because Garchomp has like some health investment, so we're okay. So pretty good stuff so far. Pretty good stuff. Now they're gonna go like into the Armarouge, and I'm actually completely okay with this. I think, because I think we just have the tools to beat them now. They haven't shown their Terra yet. But they're going to want a wide guard, right? They're going to want a wide guard and go Grass Terra. And I guess that means they could go for like a... I'm gonna go like this. We're stuck here using Discharge. I'm just going to go for the raw Dragon Claw just to get some good damage in. And then we'll play a little bit defensive. Protect there. They're going TR with NDD. And so, can we get any big paras? Can we get any big paras? I thought about just EQ discharging because that would have been able to take out the NDD, but I didn't want them wide guarding. So this is going to let them get Trick Room up unless we get a para to stop it. There's the para. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. What is that? Red card. Okay. Amoongus, please? TY, my guy? Let's do this, Amoongus. T-Darp. That also works. Awesome. Let's see. Sandstorm activates, and Dragon Claw gets blocked by Protect, and are we getting a big para? Survey says... Oh! Yeah! Oh, that's the coolest thing I've ever seen in my life, bro. Okay, so we're gonna go... You could Flying Terra the T-Tar here and go for, like, big EQ. Let's see. I don't see a problem with, like, Dragon Clawing NDD just to get it off the board. And I think you actually want to just Thunder Wave the Cerro Edge here. I don't think you want to taunt it. I think it has a Mental Orb. That's my guess. They usually always have Mental Orb. So we're just going to Thunder Wave the Cerro Edge here. And battle's canceled. Bro, we take those. Discharge, best move in the game. We love to see that. Man, it's Electros. Dude, I'm actually really excited to see that. I was going to talk about this in the last battle, but I really think Discharge is probably like my favorite actual damaging attack in the game. I think my favorite move overall is like Encore. I also really like Fling a lot and Taunt as well. But in terms of just damaging moves, I've top cut probably 5 or 6 regionals just because of like Choice Scarf Discharge mons. It's such a different way of speed control that leans so heavily into RNG. It breaks sashes, it hits both the opponents. Like, it's really hard to play around someone that just has the guts or the balls to go all in on a Discharge team. And it just feels so good, like we're doing it right here. Big Kilowatt in the lead, and I think you want to go Kilowatt Raichu. I like this a lot because we can then fake out their mons to go for like a Discharge Kilowatt on the Raichu, and then that's going to activate our Lightning Round, then we're good to go. Like, we are so ahead here. I really like this. And then we can also fake out their Medicham. We have a faster fake out than they do, so this is a really, really good core. I think we also want to bring the T-Tar and the Garchomp. I don't think we need Lumineon. Yes, there's a Gyarados, but, like, I'm not really afraid of water attacks. The Lumineon's basically just there to, like, trick people into, like, saying, like, oh no, there's Storm Drain, watch out. But also it gets, like, Tailwind. You can get Haze. It's there for a couple different matchups, which we're probably not going to use in today's video, but, you know, who knows? We might feature another video with this team. It took me in-game, you know, I think I streamed all of the team building with this team. If you want to see me making my EV spreads, getting all the actual EVs required to make this team, getting all the right move sets, doing all the raid dens, I did this all live on Twitch over the course of, like, 10 days. It took me 10 days worth of streams to get this team in-game, and that's just so ridiculous how much of a grind it is in these games. This is great. They can totally go Ground Terra. They can get 1 KO off that before we wise up a little bit. And I wonder what they're going to do. There's a competitive activation. Like, bro, the competitive, though. They're probably going to go Ground Terra, like, especially against this board. If that's the case, I kind of want to just Air Slash it. Like, fake out the Medicham and just Air Slash. I think that's probably going to be the play. There's no way they just stay in and let us do that to him, right? No way there's that. I guess we could fake out the Gyarados and, like, Scout. Because, like, if we went fake out Gyarados with a Discharge, we'd be able to see a lot more as well. I like that play, but then we're... The right play here is to Air Slash the Gyarados, I think, and just go for a fake out. Yes, we're not getting the Discharge procs, but this is going to be a lot of damage to that Gyarados, and it breaks the Medicham Sash, and then depending on if they protect, they shouldn't be protecting here, because then they would get Encore Looped by the Raichu. So they're definitely going Terra, right? Show me that Ground Terra, or Grass Terra. Ground. Awesome. So I made the right play. This is going to do a ton of damage. It should be a 2-shot, or at least put them within range for Garchomp to come and finish off. So fake out into Medicham. We're going to see if he flinches right there. That means he was using fake out. And he was using fake out right there. I wouldn't be surprised to see, like, that's probably like a telepathy Medicham, to be completely honest. I wouldn't be surprised if they were trying to do something different. I'm very surprised to see them even go for a actual water attack, considering we had Lumineon. But this is going to be fine. We're going to do the exact same thing. We actually outspeed that Gyarados with Raichu. I could Terra Blast it. I could. So we can Air Slash here, and we can go Terra Blast here to do that. Or we could Terra Blast. See, like, I'm going to have to hit an Air Slash on something. And I'm thinking, like, who's going to be switching. I'd rather actually go after the Medicham slot, because I think they're probably going to switch it. I'll go for it like this. Yeah, I think this is fair. So, switching out Medicham, again, we want to target that slot this way with the Air Slash. This also makes it so we knew Medicham was switching, so we're going to throw the move that can miss into that slot. That's why we don't want to have to Air Slash the Gyarados, because if we miss on the Gyarados with this Air Slash and went for the, you know, Terra Blast flying into the Medicham spot, the Gyarados would just KO a mom. We want to guarantee get the Gyarados off the board and potentially do as much damage as possible to the Pokemon that would be switching. So, overall, this is the right play. Gyarados protects, absolutely fine. Completely fine. We can just Terra Blast that slot next turn. Copper's not that happy about this. We can even go back and go for like a Thunderbolt into the Copper slot with our Raichu. And Life Orb Raichu probably does a lot of damage there. And we can then just still go for the Air Slash into the Gyarados slot, which I think is an absolutely fine play. Hopefully we get the KO here. We could technically even discharge it and pivot out our Kilowatt for Garchomp. I don't actually hate that play. No, wait, we can't do that because we have to hit the Gyarados with a... Yeah, we have to hit Gyarados with Air Slash. This is fine. Thunderbolt's going to do a lot. Hopefully we hit our Air Slash. That's what we're basically playing around here, is hitting this Air Slash. There's way more of a chance to flinch with Air Slash, which we didn't get on the first turn, than there is to miss with the Air Slash. I will also say that we should have lost that Kilowatt to the Waterfall from earlier, but we have a lot of investment in bulk because we don't need to be full speed on this set. They're pivoting out. This is another Pokemon that's going to be taking a ton of damage. Murkrow's going to get one-shotted or at Sash Clock. Easiest peasiest lemon squeeziest. Protect Copper? Awesome. This is completely fine. Right there, I think they were scouting for Encore. This is big damage. That's an Eviolite set. Cool. So in this exact situation, I don't think there's a problem with hard switching in Garchomp and going for a discharge. Let me think about that. I don't think that's terrible. Yeah, I'm going to do that because I'd actually like to have the Kilowatt come out and be able to, you know, just use other things. So we're going to switch in the Garchomp here and just go for a big discharge. We'll KO the Murkrow and let me actually think about this. I'd like to switch out my Raichu if I'm being completely honest because it would let me reapply my Fake Out. We could ignore the Murkrow. I could also just stay in here. Do this. I made the right choice. I nuked the, watch how this is going to go down. I played around Quash more than Tailwind. I knew this was what I wanted to hit. I didn't know if it would get the KO. I thought that it would, but, you know, I doubled in that slot, respecting it either way. It doesn't really matter. This still opens up a spot for Garchomp. Next, we can just go Discharge, EQ, be good to go. But good play from our opponent. I thought I targeted right. I wanted to make sure that that guy took a lot of damage. And I was very surprised to see no Tailwind yet. But I don't really think like Gyarados does that much versus these guys. We're just going to go Discharge EQ. Gyarados will get KO'd if they try and switch in here. And it should have been pretty obvious that they were going for that slot with the Quash because, you know, they switched out their Gyarados. So which means they'd have to be reactivating our competitive. So that actually makes a lot of sense. Good play from our opponent. But I don't even think that they can actually eat this Earthquake. I don't think they can. Yes, we're going to go for Discharge here. But we'll see how this goes. And remember, I can Earthquake Discharge here because Raichu's flying Terra, so I'm absolutely safe. If they switch in their Gyarados here, it's not going to be... It's going to be avoiding the damage from the Discharge because of its Ground Terra, but it's going to be taking big Earthquake damage. So I don't know what they're going to do. It's going to be kind of hard for them to get out of this one. There's a Protect. Cool. Ain't nothing wrong with that at all. So they're just going to fodder their Murkrow. They're probably Tailwinding here. Confuse Ray. Dude, that is not what we want to see. The RNG... making its way into our game. I do not want to take any damage on this guy. I really don't. Let's see it. Never lucky. That's very unfortunate because, like, well, at least, yeah, I don't even get a KO on the Murkrow that turn. That sucks. Now they're going to be able to confuse my Garchomp. And if I go with, like, a Protect Garchomp play, I guess I can pivot in the T-Tar here and go for a Discharge. But I don't want to do that either. I'm going to Protect Garchomp here for one turn and go for a Discharge. This could be seen as a very, very bad play in some situations because if they are expecting my Garchomp to Protect to not get Confuse Raid or something, and they go for just a Quash on my Raichu and then like an Iron Head, I'll lose the Raichu, and that's really bad. And that's only happening because we got hit by the Confuse Ray and then in turn hit ourselves in Confusion. So they can go for a savage hard read here, or they can just take the safer play, which is Confuse Ray the Garchomp and try and get something done with the Gyarados. Survey says, did they Quash my Garchomp? Oh, that's incorrect. That's still incorrect, because like you might just lose you might lose both your mons with this Raichu. There we go. Awesome. So the play there would have been to Quash the Raichu, in my opinion, and just disrespect the Garchomp. Or at the very least, just Confuse Ray the Garchomp. Either way, we take those. Gyarados is going to have to come back out, but, you know, I think we're in a fine spot. Raichu outspeeds it and doesn't have to go for electric attacks. It can just go for Terra Blast, which we have had the whole time. So we're going to be able to clean this one up. We even have the T-Tar on the back if we needed it. And I'm just a big fan of Life Orb Raichu. It's so good. It deals a lot of damage. Like, it's a pretty strong mon. And, yeah, it just gets really, really cool moves. So there's a Medicham back out again. And gonna be Medicham and Gyarados. We can pivot out the Raichu. Let me actually think about what I want to do here. This is a bit of a weird scenario where I know that you cannot fake out both of us. And both of our mons outspeed your Gyarados. So what I'm gonna do is go for the EQ. And I'm gonna go for the Terra Blast. And you can fake out one, but you can't fake out both. And I'll let you have one. I kind of want to just go for a Dragon Claw into the Gyarados slot, but this is fine. This is fine. Garchomp also outspeeds Medicham. Hey, Protect's absolutely okay. If you want to Ice Punch my Garchomp, be my guest. If you want to Ice Punch the Raichu, be my guest. I just get a free slot into T-Tar. And then we're probably okay. Good play with the Protect Gyarados, though. I do like that. They know that we don't have Encore. They've seen all 4 of our moves. But I really also like this like Flying Terra. It makes so I can just go for as many EQs as possible. It's going to be good damage versus Medicham. Boom. I wonder if they're Trick Rooming. Yeah, good play. I like that. So the cool thing about this for us is we can just underspeed both those with our T-Tar and be fine. I think that there's nothing really wrong with just going like Dragon Claw, though. Dragon Claw to just get the Medicham off the board. And Hard Switch in T-Tar. This is going to activate Sandveil and Bright Powder and reapply our Fake Out. So I don't hate this play. I also think there's a good chance that they're going to go into the Raichu slot with something. I would not be surprised. It shouldn't be a fighting attack or a ground attack because we're a flying type. So skill swap. Ooh, they're going to get Intimidate. Yeah, that's cool. What are they giving it? Are they giving it Telepathy? I just want to see. Intimidate. Yep, because Medicham gets the Intimidate. But I want to see what they give the Gyarados. That doesn't say. Oh, I actually waterfalled it. Ow. All right, so that's probably pure power, right? That's probably pure power. Good stuff. Don't hate that. If we can take out the Medicham here, we're also setting the sand, so Medicham should be going down. Yeah, awesome. We had a crit through the Intimidates, but still very, very good for us. And now we're going to come in with Raichu. We are going to go for the Fake Out. They're just going to protect this turn. I wish I had like a Swords Dance on this Chomp, but I think we're going to be okay. Doesn't really matter. I mean, might as well just use the cool move, right? Nah, you know, I'm gonna use, actually, that doesn't matter. It really doesn't. So they're gonna go Fake Out. Or they're gonna go Protect to block our Fake Out. They should. They definitely should. There's the Protect. The only thing that ends up taking damage this turn is Raichu. And then we're gonna go double into that slot. And then what we're gonna hopefully do, like Trick Room's almost over, right? So is there 2 turns or 1 turn? There should be 2 turns left of Trick Room, maybe even 3. Let's check it out. Because what we can do is, like, even if they take out the Raichu, which is the right play, Garchomp's going to be able to do a little bit of damage. Might not get the KO because we haven't double intimidated. But then we can then protect the next turn. Yeah, so this turn we'll attack with Garchomp. The next turn we'll protect the last turn of TR. Hopefully they don't have Dragon Dance on that set, which I don't think they do. And then just finish off with, like, a second attack. So we should be able to be fine. Awesome. Let's see what they do. They should be underspeeding us. I wonder, actually, the right play is actually, if they actually got Garchomp off the board somehow, I wouldn't be able to protect with Raichu next turn. Raichu outspeeds Gyarados, they'd be able to KO us, but I don't think they have a KO move for Garchomp. There's also Bright Powder and stuff like that involved. So let's see how much damage we actually do with this. Hopefully they're not like a Wiki Berry or like some sort of Pinch Berry. And if they are, I might lose. All right, cool. Yeah, and then this turn we just protect. If they Dragon Dance, we might lose, but like I'd rather do this than like eat an Ice Fang or something weird. Because if they have room for the Dragon Dance on that set, like all they've really shown is Waterfall and Protect. I doubt their last 2 moves are Dragon Dance, Ice Fang. I feel if they had it, they might have done that Ice Fang that last turn and then just pin the Raichu here because they know the Raichu doesn't have Protect. So it kind of just tells us that they shouldn't have those moves, and if they do have those moves, it was a misplay. And we should be fine from like a Dragon Dance Waterfall. Yeah, EQ's fine. EQ makes complete sense in this set. If they also just had like Waterfall there, like if they had Dragon Dance Waterfall, they wouldn't KO our Chomp. We're a little bit bulky. They do still have to hit through the Sandstorm. I mean, if they do make contact or did make contact, the Rough Skin would just take them out. So we'd be fine. So yep, we're good to go. I guess they could still have a Bright Powder, right? I guess they could still have Bright Powder, but we should be fine here. And we're going to be taking those wins. Cool team. I think Gyarados is good. I really like that I respected the Gyarados going Ground Tear. I think Ground Tear Gyarados is like very, very good. And we definitely respected it. I think Kilowatt did a good job. Raichu did a good job. T-Tar started the Sand, which was okay. And yeah, pretty good game. Pretty good game. I like this team a lot. I think this team is a lot of fun, and I'm having so much fun. I'm going to play one more game. How do we want to deal with this? Screens, Murkrow, Skeleturge, very, very solid stuff. I do think that the right play here is like Raichu. I think Raichu's very, very good here. Raichu Kilowatt's very, very nice. You have the Fake Out plus Discharge, and you can't put a price on Paras. So they're really, really strong. And then I just think you bring the T-Tar Garchomp in the back. T-Tar Garchomp are solid too. There's no real reason to bring Lumineon here. I think we're going to have to save Lumineon for the next video that I make with this team. Because it's a really, really cool mon. It has a very, very unique set. But it's just not that great against, like, you know, most of the stuff we're seeing. I'm actually really surprised that last Gyarados that we fought went for that many water attacks, like, knowing that we have a Storm Drain Lumineon. But let's see what they're going to be leading with. I think Screen's Grim is really good. I think Murkrow's really good. Double Prankster Core is, like, amazing. And there's the Hydreigon. Alright, so there's two things that can happen here. One of these I've wanted to do for so long. I wonder if I just go all in and be an absolutely massive degenerate. Because, like, I could go for the Discharge here, but I also have Fire Terra on my Kilowatt. I kind of want to use it. Now, let's just go for the Fake Out. We go Fake Out into the... You could Fake Out the Hydreigon slot and go for the Discharge. I kind of like that. Like, I don't care if you get up a Tailwind. I know it sounds really weird, but, like, that Murkrow should be pivoting or protecting anyways. So, Hydreigon would be left up to itself, and there's a good chance Hydreigon's vested. So let's just go for this. Fake Out. Wow, that Murkrow was just going to eat it. It was just going to eat it was just going to eat it, dude. That's crazy. There's a Tailwind, right? So we need some Paras to happen here. I can't believe that Murkrow was just going to get absolutely destroyed. I'm happy that I also didn't go Fire Terra. But this is going to activate our Raichu's Lightning Rod. It's absolutely amazing. We're starting to do big damage next turn. Big damage to Murkrow. And any Paras? See, like, you got the Tailwind trade, but I still outspeed you. Like, do you see how, like, ahead we are with this? And it's going to get even better because we're Scarfed, right? So now what we're going to do is we're going to Flying Terra. We are going to one-shot this Hydreigon because we're going to be at +2 plus a Life Orb. Like, oh, it's so nice. Your Murkrow's fast, but I don't think Murkrow can check Raichu if it's that bulky. If that was, like, a Life Orb or, like, aggressive or sashed Murkrow, it would have been one-shotted by the Discharge. That's an Eviolite Murkrow. And, like, Foul Play shouldn't KO my Raichu. Brave Bird's neutral now, but you shouldn't have been Brave Birding a Raichu in the first place. I think we're in a good spot here. So let's do it. Protect, Discharge. So we're going to be +2 Raichu. And note that because we're Scarfed, I'm a big fan of Scarf Mons in this meta. Because if you don't have the right speed tier on your Tailwind Mons, I still outspeed you after you get a Tailwind up. Now, this is, like I said, a +2 Terra Blast. Big, big, big damage from a Pokemon that would already outspeed that Hydreigon. Terra Blast +2 plus a Life Orb. So much damage coming in here. Oh my gosh, bro. Dude, I love this. I love this. And now you still have to respect both of my Mons. I can't protect with any of them, and you still have a couple more turns in your Tailwind, but like, I can just switch out the T-Tar Garchomp, pop some protects. I can still outspeed that Skeleturge with my Kilowatt, I believe, and Meowscarada. So the cool thing about this is they have potential for Pledge. We talked a little bit about Pledge before, but I think I'm completely fine to just... I think I double Discharge here, because this is just way too much damage. If we can hit one Discharge, the game's basically over. Even if we're going to be discharging our Kilowatt, that would suck, but like, it's the right play. So let's go. They could Sucker Punch my Raichu. Knock off. Yep, that's absolutely fine. Knock off targeting... Targeting who? Raichu? Wise choice. Discharge will be going off, though. And how many pairs are we going to get? Bye-bye, Raichu. Peace out. I'm happy they're not pledging me, right? But let's see. Any more speed control? Discharge! Survey says yes. Value. Absolute massive value. Oh, and the para, bro. Yes, please, and thank you. You have the lefties. That should be fine. I think we send out T-Tar and then bait switch in the Garchomp. And go for another discharge. We can even go for a protect here. I don't want to protect because then if I have to bring out Garchomp and do click EQ, I would probably lose. You are a dark type, so you were protein. So you're dead this turn. You can knock off my kilowatt, but then, yeah, that basically just means like Rock Slide plus discharge is fine. And if I happen to discharge my own T-Tar, it's not the end of the world. Let's see it. Protect Masquerada is uncommonly good here. I don't think they're gonna do it. It'd take a really good player to know that Protect Masquerada and force me to discharge myself would be the right play. They are going Dragon Terra. That means it's going to be Dragon Claw time. I think Dragon Terra Skeletor is actually kind of cool. It covers up for a couple of the weaknesses that you do have. Knockoff into this is much more common. It doesn't get the KO. We might still outspeed that Skeletor. Yes, we do. We do have to hit our T-Tar, but we wanted to get the Masquerada off the board. They will be going down to the Sandstorm. We do paralyze our own T-Tar. A little bit unlucky here, but it's completely fine. And Masquerada's paralyzed by the discharge. It's still going to go down, though. Wisp! Oh, we blocked the Wisp with the Self-Terror! Dude, that makes us look like the biggest brain player I've ever seen in my life, bro. Oh my gosh, misplay into outplay. I went for the double damage because we just needed to get the Masquerada off the board because there's no way that Skeletor wins here, but like, I look so good at this game, bro. I look so good at this game, bro. And at this point, their Tailwind's about to wear off. There's no real reason to taunt it. I mean, we have taunt, but it's fine. I guess we'll try and Tailwind Pierce that. Cool. Now we'll taunt. Now we should outspeed. We might outspeed. It's definitely possible. I think we'll go for the taunt, and we could use any of these moves now. They're a dragon type, so we'll just go for Air Slash. Para Flinch. Let's go. Kilowatt. Almost taking it out. And there's the para. And again, just go for the standard taunt here. It'd be better to get, yeah, the reason we taunt there is so you can stop slack offs and things like that, or yawns or anything weird. But because like we still actually don't have a lot of damage. I didn't actually, imagine if we missed the Air Slash and stuff like that. But I probably could have just clicked Rock Slide too. I knew they were gonna outspeed, and we would have let them get one slack off, and then been able to actually just double pin them with a Kilowatt, Garchomp, T-Tar, stuff like that. So we're gonna get this one. We're gonna get it. And we go Rock Slide, and you might as well just do another Air Slash. Discharge probably gets the KO here, but like, this is fine. We take those wins all the way to the bank. Yo, this team is so good. You guys can use this team by checking out the Patreon. There's a link to the Patreon in the description. I make all my teams that I feature, that I build on my YouTube, going like back years. I think I started that Patreon like 2016, 2017. So it's a great resource for people that want to see how Pokemon have been built in previous formats. It's having all my stuff for Scarlet and Violet. We're going to start doing a lot more singles stuff on Patreon as well. So both singles and VGC teams, as well as like PokePaste for teams that I don't actually end up using. So if you just want to see like my thoughts on the game, Pokemon I think are cool, sets I think are cool, we post every 2 days on Patreon. So think about checking it out. And if you guys have any questions about the Patreon or anything like that, you can let me know in the comments, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed today's battles. And I think I'm going to probably try and use Luminion at a later date because I want to show off that set as well. But other than that, thank you so much for watching. Peace out, and I'll see you guys next time.